Happy St. Patrick's Day, Hail Stalkers. It's our Saturday edition of our 12 p.m. daily hail forecast. I'm here in the office and I'm not out getting drunk today. I don't think that's going to happen for any of us here at Hail Trace. Today might be a potentially quite busy day. We have a ton to talk about here, so I think we're going to very quickly jump over to our forecast once we get past our usual morning stuff. And for those of you just wondering, since it is St. Patrick's Day, I am wearing green today. I can't have it up here because you can't really see much, but my shoes are indeed green. You can see I kind of disappear a little bit with the shoes, showing the shoes there. So I am representing St. Patrick's Day a little bit today. Of course, those of you, if you're watching us, you can watch us on our app as well as here on Facebook, where I'm sure most of you are watching us. All about 59 of you, as I'm seeing right now. If you can watch on our app, click on the lightning bolt in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. It'll bring up the video, and you can continue doing your work. You can out canvassing or looking at maps or whatnot. You can see that, and if you want it to get larger and see it in full screen mode, click on it and rotate your phone to landscape, and you can watch it in full screen. And of course, make sure those notifications are set up. Today might be a potentially busy day, and moving forward, the next couple days may be quite busy. So you gotta make sure you don't miss out on any of those notifications. You need to go on your desktop computer, go log into your Hail Trace account, go to notification options. It'll then bring up this map here, this little menu here anyway, of a bunch of different areas that you can select, such as cities and states, all the states, different countries even. So you can select it to what you want to customize for what areas you want to receive notifications for. And this is replacing our text messaging service. So if you are a current customer with us and have been with us for the past couple of years, you used to get text messages for when we had 2-star maps or greater available for purchase and for subscribers just to view. We also send out texts if we are currently mapping in a certain section of a state, and also text messages for golf ball size hail or larger in populations of 10,000 or more with intersections. All that is in these push notifications now, so make sure you have all that set up, and of course these notifications for forecast videos as well. Set the notification methods. Make sure push notification on your phone is a popular one, email is another popular one, even desktop computers. So if you're sitting in your desktop computer during like the workday and stuff, you can see it show up in the corner of your screen, like where the Hail Trace logo is currently right now on the screen. And I have a feeling after the end of all this, we're gonna here at Hail Trace, we're gonna be looking like my little puppy here, sound asleep by about Tuesday morning. So we got a lot to go into, and we're gonna jump right into the main thread. The main bit of the story here today is the Dallas Metroplex area down towards Waco. The forecast, we were talking about it yesterday. There's less of a chance of if storms are going to happen today, but more when. And that's why we're going pretty aggressive here. The purple, anywhere in the purple here, is up to baseball size hail with, again, it's probably going to be only 1 or 2 storms after about 3 p.m. So the real question is, where is it going to be? So these percentages are quite high, especially for what you guys have seen so far this year. And before you get super excited thinking that Waco and Fort Worth and everything's all going to get hit, it's going to be 1 storm. And the hardest part, the thing that I've been really struggling over this morning, is figuring out exactly where that storm is going to be. Obviously, that's a much larger challenge than it sounds. But right now, I'm kind of doing sort of a 50-50 bet here. 40% for the Fort Worth area and for the Waco area, mainly because the storm is going to form out by like Brownwood over here. And the question is it going to go north and go into the Dallas Metroplex, or is it going to form a little bit further south, turn quickly, and then go through Waco, or even up further north towards Corsicana? What the models have been showing this morning, it started out pretty early this morning saying Waco was the bullseye, and then it's been working its way north a little bit more. And the moisture has also made its way north much faster than what the models have been predicting. So, for example, Dallas Executive Airport, right before I started this video, had a 63 degree dew point. The importance of that is the models that are showing storms that are impacting Corsicana, Waxahachie, etc., and points south had at the same time dew points nowhere near that high, only in the 30s in the Dallas area. So the fact that the moisture is getting further north faster is leading me to believe that I think I'm beginning to lean less on Waco and more towards the southern sides of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So basically, if you make a line across I-20 here, places further north, Denton, McKinney, I think you guys are going to be too far north for big storms today. That's why I only have a 15% chance of hail and only upwards in the yellow swath of $1/4 to $1/2 size hail. Further south, we get into the Dallas area, and this is more the north part of Dallas, places like Plano and whatnot. I got 30% chance. And then Fort Worth, and especially Arlington, Benbrook, that area, I think 40% chance. If anywhere in the Metroplex where I'd have to put my money down would be somewhere along there, or further south in places such as Waxahachie, Midlothian, etc. And Corsicana is my bullseye right now. I'm kind of splitting the difference and just basically picking the biggest population between the two, Waco and Fort Worth, giving them the 50% chance. I think chances are pretty high there. Waco, 40% chance. If storms form further south, then obviously they're going to be in the bullseye. And I think Kylene is a little too far south for where the main storms are going to be today. And again, that one storm, this probably will be one big monster storm that goes up. It will most likely drop upwards of baseball-sized hail. There's a lot of instability in the air, a lot of moisture in the air, lapse rates, which, lack for a better word, makes the hail bigger, is very steep. The steeper the lapse rates, the bigger the hail can be. It's very steep today, so upwards of baseball-sized hail possible. Again, storms are going to form after 3 p.m. today, and it's going to be much further out. So in terms of impacting the Metroplex, probably somewhere between 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight, somewhere like that. 6 to 8 is my best guess. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, chances are we'll be back here. I'm here at the office right now. I'm going to go home for a little while, and I'll be back in time for storms to begin. So chances are, if storms begin and we can kind of see where things are going around 5 o'clock, I'll have an updated forecast. I'll update this map and more kind of narrow it down a little bit to what we're expecting once storms really get going. And obviously, we'll be doing continuing coverage as well for any storms that do go up, especially if it does move through the Dallas Metroplex area. We will be live here on Hail Trace, on Facebook, etc., for continuing coverage, much like we did last Saturday in Arkansas. And storms will continue through the evening. Tyler, I got a 15% chance. I think they'll lose their steam probably after midnight, so I only have a 2% chance for Shreveport. But so the main big story is here today. It's going to really be the luck of the Irish. Who's going to get that big storm? Where's it going to be? We'll continue to give you an update probably later on this afternoon once storms get closer to firing. But those of you who are joining in, I'm leaning more towards the northern half of this just because that moisture is getting further north faster than what the models were predicting. And even though the Storm Prediction Center is going more south, I'm going more north, mainly because they're looking at the models and I'm looking at observations of what's happening right now. Also, there's another chance for hail today that kind of caught us off guard this morning. Made the forecast here. Chance of hail across places like Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky, the Kingport, possibly even over by Knoxville, parts of Tennessee, southwestern sections of Virginia, and even into possibly north central North Carolina. Now, I think storms after about 4 o'clock are going to form just the south and east of Lexington, and it'll probably be multiple little supercells, and upwards of golf ball size hail is possible. And all these storms for the first few hours that they're going to be moving through, I give Kingsport, 25% chance of seeing upwards of golf ball size hail. I think they are kind of in the bullseye of where all these little supercells are showing up. Knoxville, I give you about a 10% chance. I think storms might be just to your north, so the chances aren't as high. And then moving forward into North Carolina, this is kind of more the wild card right now. It looks like the storms will go from supercells to one line of storms that'll be more just a wind producer as we move towards the Greensboro and Raleigh areas. Now, if storms stay isolated, obviously going into the evening hours, then this will change drastically as more supercells moving towards the triangle area instead of the wind threat. But right now, I'm leaning more towards the supercells are going to form together to a line of storms, and it'll really lower that hail threat once we get towards Greensboro and Raleigh. So 2%, 5%, upwards of quarter to $half size hail. And again, later on this evening, especially if we're doing continuing coverage, I'll try to do my best to update this forecast map as well to seeing what conditions are at the time. In terms of North Carolina, I don't think you guys will see any sort of storms till well after about 8 o'clock tonight Eastern time or 7 o'clock our time. And at that point, the sun will be down, and we'll really kind of just see how things play out. But further to the west, probably like 5, 6, 7 o'clock Eastern time is what I'm thinking of for the areas here in orange. And those are just for today, those are the 2 areas we're looking at here. Let's see if we got any. I'm sure I have some comments here. All right. Before I move forward, I'm going to go through the comments. Oh, geez. Yep. Okay. People are asking my mom for childhood stories. Okay, DFW. What's up for Alabama? All right, Shane, we'll be going. I'll be moving forward into later on beyond today in just a moment. Looking through, Waco would be ninth. Would be perfect start to the season. Blame Johnny. Go Hail. Did you say Kylene? Yeah. I'm not from Texas, so I don't know how that's pronounced. Look at the Irish. I see what you did there. Back to Texas. Okay. So that's what we're expecting for today. Now moving forward into tomorrow, I honestly haven't looked at tomorrow too much. Real talk, I was really focused on today, trying to get everything out for you guys. So right now I just have an area of concern for what we're looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't look as intense as what was looking before, and definitely nowhere near as intense as Monday, which I'll get into in just a minute. But I think a lot of this here in Kansas and Oklahoma especially, this is going to be more evening stuff after maybe 9 p.m. And a lot of this hail I think will be most likely under golf ball size. And then further places to the east here into Mississippi, Alabama, I think there's a chance for some hail possibly up to golf ball size. But I think the meat of what you guys are really going to be expecting is going to be on Monday. And then Arkansas and Louisiana, I think you could see some storms during the day tomorrow as well. I'll have obviously a more detailed forecast for you guys tomorrow morning when we do our daily update. Yes, I will have a 12 p.m. forecast tomorrow. Don't worry. We have a lot going on, so I'll be here every day doing forecasts through the end of this event. And that's what we're looking at for tomorrow. And then Monday, I think we have, I'm using the word outbreak mainly because the potential is there for a more significant severe weather event. I'm talking lots of supercells, upward, some tornadoes, and a very large hail possible. In terms of compared to climatology, so compared to normal, the conditions that are going to be in place for Monday across everywhere here in the red. So I even bring it down to about Jacksonville, Florida. I know my computer's covering up the corner of the map, but everywhere in here, the lapse rates are a lot steeper. The upper parts of the atmosphere are colder, and that's going to promote much bigger hail growth than normal. A lot of the times the deep south here, you get these big storms that move through, and it looks like they're dropping big hail, and ends up being high volumes of smaller hail. Well, this is looking like if we get supercells, which is looking likely right now, there'll be lots of potential for very large hail, upwards of baseball-sized hail in the strongest storms, and even upwards of tornadoes as well. We don't really focus too much on tornadoes here, but it is worth mentioning that the tornado threat is definitely there for this system on Monday. Places like Nashville and Memphis are going to be the real question mark till we get to Monday. A couple of the models have the moisture making it all the way up past Nashville, no problem. And then a couple other ones do not get it past really the Tennessee border. So Tennessee is the big question mark for Monday. However, it looks like Atlanta, for example, has a better chance of seeing storms than say this time yesterday. And if Atlanta gets hit, that'll be a big deal. I know a lot of you guys in Georgia have been dying for a storm in Atlanta for the past almost 10 years now. So I think that potential is there. In terms of where I'm putting my bullseye, my highest likelihood of big time storms is probably from Birmingham up north through Huntsville. Things continue to look pretty potent in that area. And we'll talk more about this. I think I'll go into the models if you guys want and kind of go into bigger detail here what we're expecting for Monday. But I think this could be a pretty busy day, and in terms of when it starts, I think it could also start very early, like early in the morning, probably 8, 9 o'clock in the morning in places like the Memphis area. If everything happens the way the models are kind of pointing at, they're starting to come together a little bit here and pointing at a potential outbreak situation across the southeast, right where I'm standing in the way. So, and with that, I think I'm going to jump into the computer models now and kind of show you guys what we've been looking at for like today and for looking forward. Obviously, if anybody has any questions, I do have my phone here to answer any for you guys. You guys are lighting me up here today, so let's talk about this ATL storm. Yes, Atlanta is possible moving forward to Monday, obviously as we get closer, but right now I have them in the potential for Monday. Okay. Kimberly Reed, you guys better put the coffee on today. Yep. DFW, come on, hail, Neil Sky Diamonds. Alabama 5-star. It's like it's gonna be a busy weekend Monday. Yes, it looks like things are ramping up for this weekend and forward into Monday. Pretty much what we've been saying for almost a month now, that this weekend is one that we've really been zeroing in on. So the fact that things are starting to pan out is, at least for our sake, looking pretty good here. Okay, let me just transition to the screen display, and I'll show you guys. Let's see if I can get the latest data. Okay, so I haven't even looked at this yet. This is the HRRR. So this is the high resolution rapid refresh model. This model updates every single hour, and it just kind of gives us an idea of like the really small scale stuff. So an individual thunderstorm, for example. I haven't looked at this at all, seeing where storms fire. Okay, so this one, ignore the fact that it's kind of elongated. This tends to kind of overdo the moisture a little bit here. But the big thing of note is notice how it has storms firing in this general area here, a little further to the west, and it moves pretty much right in that area I have in purple. And it's going to be, where is it going to go? Is it right now? I think this has it, looks like probably down by, what's that, Claremore, Claiborne, that area, and then kind of arcing up. So really, again, it's just going to be how far north does this go? And let me look at the dew points on, whoops, no, I don't want heat index. All right. So this one's still initiated incorrectly. It says dew points were at 48 degrees at Dallas, and right now the dew points are not at 48 degrees. They're actually at much higher. They're up in the 60s now. So this model still is going a little too far south for what we're expecting here across the Dallas Metroplex. That's why I'm continuing to just kind of push those storms further north from what the models are showing, just because this model doesn't seem to really pick up on what's happening right now. So again, we'll be watching this throughout the day, and that was just a little taste of showing what the models are showing. Consistently a storm forming every single time. So a storm is going to happen. One big storm is going to happen. It's just a matter of where it's going to happen. Right now, I'm thinking probably north of Waco. But so we'll see how things pan out. I'm also going to show you guys in the Northeast as well, or Mid-Atlantic states, just what we're looking at here. I think today could be kind of a sleeper day in this area. We could see quite a few little storms, and really, yeah, so you can see here as we push forward, this is, let's see, 6 o'clock on Eastern Daylight Time. You see these little storms across eastern parts of Tennessee and in eastern Kentucky, and then moving forward and then turning into this big line of a mess as we get closer to the North Carolina area. So that's why I'm keeping hail chances lower in North Carolina. So now we're going to look forward. I'm going to get out of the very short range, and I'm going to look more into tomorrow, and especially on Monday. I know that's a big ticket item for you guys. So let's see here. Let's jump up to the dew point temperatures, if the internet will cooperate with me. There we go. So this is one of the American models, goes a little further out than what we were just looking at. We move forward. You can see here this is Sunday, and that moisture gets to just south of Oklahoma City. I think some storms will form. We'll have more details on that tomorrow. And then as we move forward to Monday, this is Monday midday. You see all the moisture the NAM here has the moisture making it all the way up into Tennessee. You see all the blues making up towards the Nashville area, and then as we move through the evening, it gets toward even closer to Atlanta, and then moving off the coast by the overnight hours and into the next day. And as I'm looking at this, Tuesday may be at play too. We may see a couple storms on Tuesday. I might be a little early on saying that, but we could squeeze out some storms in the Carolinas and in Florida on Tuesday as well. It seems like the storm system is moving a little bit slower, so we'll see how that plays out. And just to give you an idea on the severe weather, I'm going to just bring up the supercell composite for you guys, and I'm going to also get out of the continental U.S. and into. Is this a good view? No, not as good of a view as I want. Hang on. I'll move into, is this a better view of what I want to see? Yes. Okay. So this is moving forward here to, I'm just going to skip ahead to Monday here. So this is midday on Monday, and see, this is where like Huntsville, Birmingham area in here, we're really kind of focusing in on that. That's where I think we'll see some bigger storms, and into Georgia and even up into the Tennessee area. That again, oh man, geez, that's like pretty intense. This would be just to the south and to the west of Atlanta at about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on Monday. So that could be a nighttime event in Georgia, nighttime during possibly morning in Mississippi and western Tennessee, midday, late into the afternoon in Alabama and Tennessee, middle Tennessee, and then into the overnight hours on Georgia on Monday. So this could be a pretty long event here in the southeast. That tends to happen quite a bit. Doesn't take as much for storms to fire in the southeast like this compared to in the plains, where you seem to have to wait till like 6 o'clock for storms to even get going. Here it might be 9 a.m. I'm driving to the office early because storms are firing up right away, right at the Mississippi River, and continuing the points east. So we'll have a video again tomorrow. I think we'll probably end up doing an update for the remainder of today later on this evening, and obviously we'll be doing continuing coverage for storms once they do fire later on this afternoon into this evening, and we'll continue coverage all the way through. It looks like the main threat has passed, and tomorrow we'll be back again at noon with another forecast video talking about tomorrow, which I've kind of pretty much skipped over because I honestly haven't looked at it that much, and looking forward to Monday more so. And then obviously tomorrow we'll go into more detail about Monday as well, and on Monday morning we'll have a forecast video / possibly continuing coverage at the same time. We'll keep you guys updated on how that all pans out. I'm gonna get a bunch of energy drinks and coffee ready for this weekend here. I hope you guys are ready as well, and things I think might really start rocking and rolling. And once we get beyond this whole system through Tuesday, I think we'll have a break for a few days, and then possibly even next weekend we could see another system come through. I haven't looked at anything beyond just Monday yet today, but I know just from the way the pattern has been, I think it's really going to start being the one after the other after the other after the other events. So we're really going to be getting to the meat and potatoes of the season pretty soon here, guys. Any other questions you may have, I will answer them for you now. Let's see. Matt making dumb friggin' John facts. Let's see. People saying thanks. Okay. La Dinda. All right, yeah, and obviously if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you have after this video is broadcast live, you can make them in the comment section below. I will try to answer them as I can throughout the remainder of the afternoon, either myself or Derek, Matt, Frank, Heather, anybody who's on our Facebook page today. We can try to answer questions for you. If you're watching this on the app and it's not currently live, well, thanks for signing in. This is a video recorded at about 12 o'clock Central Daylight Time. And obviously follow us on Facebook. Most of you guys watch us on Facebook, and I'm sure most of you follow us, but if you don't and you're new to us, please hit that follow button at the top of the Hail Trace page, and bring down that drop down menu and hit see first, so that way all of our videos, all our posts, all the information we have about new maps that we have made and whatnot pop up right at the top of your news feed. So when you sign into Facebook, whether on your computer or on your phone, you don't miss anything. Even if you miss the push notifications, we should pop right up at the top of your news feed. And if any further questions about Hail Trace, about our services, what we provide, anything beyond just these forecast videos, give us a call at 855-334-4245. Also, once again, it's on the screen here, 855-334-4245 or 855-334-HAIL. That's what those last numbers come out to. Email us at info@hailtrace.com for more details, or just visit our website, hailtrace.com, and you can find out more details about what services we provide and everything there. I'll talk to you guys again later today for sure. Hopefully I'll have time to bring up another forecast video to really kind of narrow down exactly where we think that big storm in the Dallas area occurs, and of course coverage of any storms that happen in the mid-Atlantic states, and continuing coverage of that said storm that we're expecting today in the Dallas area later on this evening. So this won't be the last time you see me today, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. And with that, my camera battery died, so I'll see you guys this evening. I'm gonna get these batteries charged up for you. So I'll talk to you later.